at minimum 10 minutes. Yeah. Whether I'm gonna eat fast food or bread, everything we make decision for ourselves. I think I'm gonna pull the camera further so my face doesn't look too big into the camera. We do make a lot of decision for ourselves, and for someone who experience with anxiety, it can be. I think even if I don't have anxiety, even if I don't experience anxiety, it can be difficult for me to make decision for myself because I'm always afraid that, or I get stuck with not knowing what I want or what I need. I remember one of the small thing was I remember when I was younger, there was one, probably a few times, not just one time. Uh, we were at McDonald's, and then I don't know if I want to buy like a regular meal or do I want to buy a Happy Meal. So I kind of stuck with this one because for quite some time I like to collect my things. I like to collect, McDonald's toys or just toys and figurine in general. I do have quite a lot. The most I have is plushies, yeah, plushies and dolls. And then I also collect toys and figurine like Gundams or yeah, McDonald's type of toys, yeah, something like that. And then when I remember at that moment, I don't know which one I want because the car looks quite cool, but I also feel like I want to eat like, you know, bigger burger because my Happy Meal is like smaller, right? Smaller fries, smaller burgers, smaller drinks, and then as for someone is like growing up, and also I do enjoy eating food, so I would struggle with that. But at the end I bought the Happy Meal instead. I got the car, and yeah, it's not really like a big deal, but it's sort of like a one of the small things in life uh, that I do notice I have difficult times making choices. I think a lot of things comes from fear, whether it's fear of missing out or if I make this decision right now, uh, the result, the outcome, and all that I have to bear with the consequences, right? And uh, yeah, regret and all that stuff. So yeah, and another example, for example, like I've been playing this new game called Honkai Star Rails, and I remember playing it for quite some times, probably 1 or 2 months. I think I've been going wild playing these games, and I remember I would feel anxious because, I'm afraid that if I spend the material wrong for the characters, because there's quite a lot of characters, and I don't know like which one is the better. How should I play this game? It's just a lot of things I don't understand because it's like new to me, right? So I was scared that if I bankrupt in a game. So yeah, that led to a lot of anxiety. Even now I will still have it, but it's not lesser to me. Some of the reason why I feel anxious is when I try to rush. I think this have to do with my for a long time forcing myself to be productive. So whenever weekends, right, I would feel like I should be doing something, I should be making art instead of just playing video games, or I should play faster so I can end it earlier, blah blah blah. Even like rest, I would feel like, yeah, a lot of just pressure. I think this has a lot to do with when I was younger, um, being like a perfectionist, being like a person who think that making art is the only thing that is meaningful, right? So for example, if I talk to my mom today, we have a lot of fun conversation, we talk about life. Or if I go to what else can I don't really have much example. Maybe if I go out, right? If I go out to mall or anything, maybe I won't look at this as like meaningful stuff, or at least if I want to compare with art, then maybe I would look at art as productive. I think this has to do with the fear of uncertainty about the future, because I'm uncertain about the future. So since I make art, right? I know that I want to make art for a living. So it becomes this uh, mindset of needing to make more art, and then uh, so I can make a brighter future. I have a I have a I wouldn't say brand because I haven't make it marketable yet, but I have my own project. It's called Gray Life, and I wanted to make it like a brand. I want to make it merchandise and all that stuff in the future. I think I've been making since 2019. Yeah, I think I've been making, yeah, since 2019, and I do from time to time. And then right now it's like 2023 already, and I make a lot of art of Gray Life, and I haven't really start doing all this. I haven't really tried like marketing, making like keychains or printing a shirt, on a shirt, or doing like a freelance commission and all that. And I never try. I I do feel afraid to do all these things, which is new to me. Wait, I really hope. Okay, it's recording right now. My God, I was kind of scared. Suddenly, it's actually not recording. And yeah, I do think when I force myself to do all these things, I just gonna end up not doing it at all, and then I feel depressed, and then I force myself some more. It's just like a cycle. So I do think that um our choice our decision does have an impact on our future, and not all of them will immediately affect. Yeah, not everything will immediately take effect. Some of things, for example, let's say if you never draw before, you draw right now, maybe like for me, I when I first draw, I do know I have the talent to draw it. But I also have a lot of things to improve. Even right now, no matter how many years I make art, I still have a lot of things to improve. And it takes years to of actions, of practice, of drawing again, again, and again, and again to who I am today, to my progress today. So I think our decision, no matter how big or small, it will take effects for our future. But at the same time, because in my experience, I keep on worry and focus on not like focus. I guess it's like overthink of the future, of how if I don't do this and I should do that, blah 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 blah, and then it makes me feel anxious about the future, and I just completely forgot about the present moment. Because yes, the future is important, but what is more important is now. Because if the present moment is gone, it becomes history, right? And the present moment ahead is the future. And so I think when when I always seeking for the certainty, right? If I always creating this notion of happiness, whether it's from finding a romance partner, or being a successful person, or having my what a finance secure, yeah, and then of all these things, or if my health is like completely 100% healthy, if I look jack and all that stuff, it's all in the future. And for example of like workout, I never like working out. I never even like physical activity. Back when in high school, when they always have basketball or football and all this physical activity. I never like to join. I just sit, whether with one or few friends or even alone, just watching them, because I don't even, firstly, I don't like the activity, and I don't really like physical activity in general. And so I started making this change, not I think a year or two, I think a year ago. I start making these changes. I want to, be healthy, so I start working out. But I know if I set a high standard for myself, then it's gonna, you know I'm gonna feel stressed out. So I am just like, it's okay, man. 5 minutes, that's more than nothing. And so I did it. I did at least 5 minutes. Once in a while, I might do almost an hour. I remember one time only, I almost do 1 hour, but I'm just like, it's okay lah. I'm gonna stop right here. I know that, if I tell people, maybe they will judge me like, oh, you should do like 1 hour, be consistency, blah blah blah, like that. And I think it's, good for me, the criticism and all that stuff. They, whether it's whatever criticism, I know the people who tells me these things, they do care for me. But what is more important is how I feel about myself. At the end, that's the final result, and how I want to make changes based on myself. So, for example, if someone can work out like 3 hours a day, I can. Not that I can't, but because I never do it before, and now that I want to start implement, I want to start applying on my life. I i know that myself as a perfectionist, if I do like, okay, I'm gonna work out every day, 3 hours every day, I know I'm not gonna do it at the end. I might start like 2 days, and then I'm, I'm just not gonna touch it anymore. So I know that for a fact that I need to understand my nature and embrace and accept myself for who I am. That, oh yes, I am an emotional person. Yes, I can be very untidy with all the, things. It's like, now I have an umbrella here, and I have this, I don't know, it's just cardboard, and then I have my beanie here. It's just like everything is all over the place. But on the other hand, when it comes to like computer works, I like to make my folder clean, rename them. I like to organize them, so everyone is different. So I think, hopefully it's not too over the topic. Alright, if I always fear stepping out of my comfort zone, as sometimes in life it's not even comforting staying where I am right now. I might think that it's gonna be secure, but I feel even more unhappy and anxious staying at this circle. And maybe when I step out of it, it might not make me a better person. I mean, who knows, right? Or it might make me a better person, but doesn't mean guaranteed that everything will be fine, or everything will be, fairy tale again. There will always be problem in life, and there will always be more challenges and more obstacles. But I want to try. I want to try if it means it helps me grow as a better person. And I think, yeah, not only as a better person, but the most important thing is, however I am right now, whether I hit rock bottom, or whether I don't know how to say, whether I hit rock bottom, or like I feel completely lost. I'm like numb and all that stuff. I'm like, I don't know where it's my direction. I'm still here, and I still here, accepting and embracing myself, and forgive myself for all the things that I've done, and all the things that I haven't, and should have done. I have a friend that he gives me a good advice. Actually, I have a few friends, good friends, and they all give me different advice. One of the advice from one of my friends is that he says when you choose one thing, this is like life have two choice, and if you choose one thing, you gonna let the other one go. And I think it it's very related to me because for a very long time I tried to have both. For example, I want to make my own decision, but I also want others to feel happy or okay with me. So right now I'm stuck, and if I'm trying to please people, I'm gonna lose my choice over my decision. And if I'm gonna make my own decision, some people are going to leave or turn against me or criticize or judge or hate me. So sometimes in life it's just you can't have both. I would say. I mean, you can actually, but not always and not everything. It depends on things basically because there are still gonna be people who support you, and most importantly, you are there to support yourself. Because I think for someone who find it very hard to move on from the past, I still have a lot of traumas from the past, still carry them as I grow up. I do please people a lot, and very often I feel lost about myself because if today all I did is please people and act, wait, what am I trying to say? If everything, all of my decision is to please people, is to make people feel good, right? Then if someday if they are gone, then who am I gonna please, right? I'm already completely not following my heart, and right now I'm following this person, I'm following that person. That will always be my own football. It's like not everyone's gonna kick me, right? Because not everyone is a bad person. A lot of people care about me, and I'm really grateful. But I've essentially become my own football, and I just roll over to someone uh, foot and then just kick myself to another person. I don't know if it's a good example, but that's just how I feel. If I constantly fear about all these things, life is not long, if it's not short, uh, because tomorrow is not guaranteed. So now it's very easy to say, of course, if you want to change all this. For example, if I want to change all this unhealthy habit, I want to be fit. I want to eat more healthier. I want to be. I want to make my brand come true. It's not in one day, you know. And I do admit I have a lot of this unhealthy habit. I struggle with addiction, and yeah, it takes time. It takes time, my friend. Um, yeah, it takes time. So I think I have a lot that I want to learn in life, but I cannot rush myself. I cannot compare myself to others because I have a gift. I have multiple gifts actually. I have my talents. I have my own strength and I have my own weakness. Even in it's like playing video games. There's like different classes. There's like melee and there's like range. Maybe like melee is stronger as a tank, but you have to walk very close to fight, so you're risking a lot of HP losing. Maybe for range you get an advantage shooting longer range and you deal more damage, but your HP is like super low, so when someone's like "Ugh," then you know. So I think it's about understanding our nature and taking our time with everything. If I yeah, yeah, this video, or all this video I make, not just want to share with people, but also want to share to myself, to my future self. Yeah, even though it's probably gonna be a bit hard to watch back, but I want to document my journey of growing. I want to take my time to understand. I won't understand everything in life, but I want to understand myself, and I wanna love myself again. I wanna find back my true self, and yeah. So yeah, making decision is probably not gonna be easy. I'm sure not gonna be easy for a lot of people as well. So if you struggle with that, just know that we're in this together, and I hope that you too can, take your time and be easy to yourself. Uh, about what is the big decision I'm gonna share in the future. I don't know when, maybe in 2 months, or yeah, I don't know. But one of the reason why I want to share in the future is because I don't know if you guys know about hindsight 2020, yeah, something like that. But I think it means like looking back and then you understand after it happened. So basically, it's like looking at a third person perspective. So I want to share when, yeah, when I feel like it. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, proud of myself for making another YouTube video. Actually, I do admit I feel anxious even like right now when I think about doing it, because even though I do admit that yes, I'm gonna do it for myself and all that, but I do admit also when I making YouTube videos, I do feel like I need to be formal. I need to make sure I'm saying whatever I know. Uh, basically, not hurting anyone feelings on purpose. And I want to make sure my intention is clear, and all that stuff. So I want to make sure I know what am I actually talking about. So but I don't really prepare script because I want to just go with the flow and talk about the things that I want to talk about. It's like a journal and that I share with everyone. So yeah, I think that's it for now. I look forward to make more YouTube videos. Yeah. uh, yeah, no rush lah. Fuck, I really want to outro, but I don't really have one right now, so I'm just gonna say, see you next time. Yeah.